Ladies and gentlemen, hello, and you are watching TTV News, some latest events in the province. And now coming to details. Ladies and gentlemen, on the National Conference to evaluate the implementation of the 13th Politburo Resolution number 01 on continuing to implement the rating number 05 on promoting, studying, and following Ho Chi Minh thought, morality, and style was just held in Hanoi.
Addressing the direction and conclusion of the nationwide teleconference, Mr. Nguyễn Trọng Nghĩa, Secretary of the Party Central Committee, head of the Central Party Committee for Propaganda and Education, suggested that units and localities continue to promote their achieved results, overcome limitations, shortcomings, and acquire experiences over 2 years of organizing. The implementation of conclusion number 1 focused on communicating and implementing wild trade contents, studying alcohol, following alcohol, and modeling alcohol examples, making his thoughts, morality, and also the lives really penetrate deeply into the social life. Mr. Nguyễn Trọng Nghĩa, Secretary of the Party Central Committee, head of the Central Propaganda Department, suggested that the units and locality continue to lead, direct, and raise awareness of the importance, practical significance, and long-term implementation of conclusion number 1 of the 13th Politburo full-term and annual topics. Closely combined in the implementation of conclusion number 1 with the party's regulations on setting an example and what party members should not do. Actively building and implementing revolutionary ethical standards of course and party members in the new period, serving as a basis for course and party members to cultivate, strive, and train at the same time, serve as a basis for evaluation and classification of course and party members, putting the contents of learning and following Ho Chi Minh's thought, morality, and style into specific action and work programs associated with the performance of assigned responsibilities and tasks. Continue to innovate the content and the methods of information and communication about studying and following alcohol, strengthen the inspection and supervision of the leadership, direction, and organization of the implementation of conclusion number 1 of the party committees and organizations at all levels, seriously criticize the collectives and individuals showing the signs of irresponsibility in cultivating, training, studying, and following Ho Chi Minh's thought, morality, and style. Timely detecting, pricing, and replicating good models, creative and effective ways of doing things typical of collectives and individuals, creating a ripple effect in the political system, bringing learning and doing according to Ho Chi Minh's ideology, morality, and style. It has become a dynamic, regular, and self-conscious evaluation movement. The head of the Central Propaganda Department, Nguyễn Trọng Nghĩa, also believes that in the coming time, the studying and following Ho Chi Minh's thought, morality, and style will continue to be implemented more effectively, making important contribution to the success of Ho Chi Minh's study achievements.
In 2 days, June 12 and 13, the Department of Culture, Sport and Tourism organized a survey team to connect tourism in Bình Phước province with the team Red Land in the East in 2023.
Making an important contribution to the success of the achievements of the party building work and the building of an increasingly poor and strong political system, successfully implement the goals set out by the resolution of the 13th Party Conference. Participating in the survey, there were Mr. Trần Anh Minh, Director of the Department of Culture, Sports and Tourism, as the team leader, and representatives of the Association of Travel and Tourism Companies, Production and Tourism Products and Services of the province. Receiving the delegation, there were Mr. Trần Văn Trung, Director of the Department of Culture, Sports and Tourism in Bình Phước province. At the meeting, representatives of the 2 localities introduced the potential advantages, investment policies of tourism development, destinations and tourism services of the province and Bình Phước province to travel companies for the travel and tourism products and services businesses of the 2 localities. At the same time, exchanging and creating favorable conditions to promote the linkages, cooperation, and trade between enterprises dealing in tourism products and services and forming a tourism program connecting the 2 localities. According to the program, the delegation will visit famous roads and tourist sites with potential for the development in Bình Phước, such as Steam Bomber Ethnic Culture Reserve Village, Bù Đốp Eco-Tourism Area, Ta Thiết Special National Relic, and Trúc Lâm Provincial Tourist Area of Bù Gia Mập National Park. Other places, accommodations, resorts, and cuisine serving tourists groups such as Lâm Viên, Mỹ Lệ, Vĩnh Phúc Ecotourism Area, etc. It is expected that the Department of Culture, Sports and Tourism of Vĩnh Phúc Province will also organize a survey team to connect actual tourism in the Ninh Province in June of 2023 also. And on the morning of June the 12th, the Vietnam Thailand Front Committee of the Ninh Province held a conference to criticize the draft resolution of the Provincial People's Council stipulating a number of policies to support tourism development in the Ninh Province until 2030. At the conference, the Department of Culture, Sports and Tourism presented the content of the draft resolution prescribing a number of policies to support tourism development in the Ninh Province until 2030, including the policies to support the development of tourism infrastructure, develop tourism human resources, and support tourism promotion so that the tourism become a spearhead economic sector, create a driving force for economic development, the socio-economic of the province, and at the same time, contribute to improving the service production value chain, raise people's intellectual level, preserve and promote national cultural identity, and create many jobs opportunities, also improve the material and spiritual life for the local people. Mr. Hồ Đức Hải, Vice Chairman of the Vietnam Thailand Front Committee of the province, concluded a number of contents for the draft resolution, assigned the Department of Culture, Sports and Tourism to absorb the comments of delegates contributed at the conference, especially some contents related to the budgets to make the resolution more effective, close to reality before submitting to Provincial People's Council in December of 2023.
Ladies and gentlemen, Tân Châu District Party Committee has led and directed the effective implementation of the district breakthrough programs, including the breakthrough program on administrative procedure reform.
After half a term of implementing the resolution of the District Party Conference for the term of 2020 to 2025, the district has synchronously implemented tasks and solutions on administrative reforms, especially the three key areas: administrative procedures reform the state administrative apparatus organization, and build digital government and e-government also. Maintaining and effectively implement the project to improve the scores and improve the ranking positions of PCI, PAPI, PIR index, etc. The activity of single window department at all levels in Tân Châu District also basically promptly serve the needs of organizations and individuals. Digitization of records is also increasing. The quality of the contingent of civil servants and public employees continue to be improved step by step towards an open, transparent, and modern administration. And on June 12, the Literature and Art Association collaborated with the Department of Education and Training to organize the opening of the first youth writing, poetry, and painting camp in the Ninh Province in 2023. Attending the composing camp, there were 36 campers selected from junior high schools and high schools in the city and Hoa Thanh Town. These are the people who are artistically gifted, love and have the ability to write poetry, and draw pictures. And during 3 days, campers are taught literature and artistic skills and explore the world of words, colors, and emotions. In addition, the campers also had a practical visit to the relic of the central base of the Southern Department and Logo Samak National Park, creating the inspiration for creativity and art incubation for the future writers and artists. And on the morning of June the 12th at the Sport Arena of the Ninh Province, the Provincial Department of Culture, Sports and Tourism organized the Provincial Family Day program in 2023. 26 families from District Town and the Ninh City unit with more than 100 members participated in exciting and joyful camps. And with the theme Happy Family, a Prosperous Country, the Ninh Province Family Festival in 2023 created favorable conditions for the families to meet, exchange, and share construction experiences to keep their family happy.
Ladies and gentlemen, the rainy season is the time when mushrooms grow a lot, creating favorable conditions for people to harvest mushroom. But we should absolutely not use stray mushroom to avoid bushing.
Mushrooms are kind of nutritious food. Many types are also used as a valuable medicine that can cure diseases. However, if there is no knowledge to recognize poisonous mushrooms, the risk of poisoning is very high, and therefore, when using mushrooms, we should absolutely not use strange mushrooms to avoid poisoning. For example, a case of mushroom poisoning in Tân Bình district occurred recently in a family, causing 2 deaths. Or a suspected case of food poisoning in Yumenchou district in the past week, of which 3 people were identified as having mushroom poisoning. The main reason is that the patient did not recognize the poisonous mushrooms, so they picked the white mushroom from the forest to cook. And the most common reason for this confusion is the general color and morphology similarity to poisonous mushroom with the edible species. A few years ago, I picked an anomaly, but this year there are 2 strange black mushrooms. I thought they were ash mushroom, but the top is like a termite mushroom, but the bottom has a leg like a straw mushroom. I think it's edible because I used to pick mushroom at that time. There are 2 products to go, and normally it is pinking mushroom for the egg mushroom, goose egg mushroom, and star mushroom, etc. And strand mushroom like ash mushroom, but not the ash mushroom really, but it's a poisonous mushroom. In fact, there are thousands of types of mushroom. However, the number of poisonous mushroom is not many, but it is difficult to distinguish the poisonous and non-toxic mushroom. The fatal is usually a mushroom that is beautiful, eye-catching, and delicious. According to the National Institute for Food Safety and Hygiene, the signs to identify poisonous mushroom include the mushroom have enough carbs, mushroom plates, stalk, ring stalks, and base course are usually poison mushroom. Intoxication from eating mushroom can manifest intermittently after eating or after 6 to 8 hours. And when there is manifestations of poisoning, some people see symptoms similar to digestive disorders, so they often self-monitor at home and leading to rapid progression. And therefore, the authorities have recommended that the people use mushroom for a clear origin identified by the experts because the poison mushroom and nutritional mushroom are easily confused. Use only when it is certain that the mushrooms are eatable. And absolutely do not eat the strand mushrooms. Do not fry mushroom. Definitely remove mushroom when it's thawed. And do not pick unopened young mushroom because they have not revealed on the structural features that are difficult to identify poisonous mushrooms. And fresh edible mushrooms should be cooked immediately. If left rancid, rust can form new toxins causing poisoning also. When you get the signs of poisoning, as soon as there are symptoms of mushroom poisoning, you must induce vomiting. When go to the nearest medical center for emergency treatment, wash the stomach activated charcoal soon, and bring the people to eat mushroom together even though they are not yet show symptoms of a medical facility, and bring the remaining mushroom sample or food prepared from the remaining mushroom to a health facility for preliminary identification of the fungus species.
Ladies and gentlemen, particularly responding to assignment for children, right from the last days of May 2023, relevant sector internet have coordinated to organize many meaningful activities, creating a healthy playground giving children studying, have fun and useful summer day.
TayNinhTV Province Children Learning Activity Center is one of the many offerings with fun and useful summer activities that attract a large number of the children and the parents also. And the highlight of the center in the summer of 2023 is the summer camp for gifted students with many subjects equally divided into the fields of arts, sports, and life skill. And currently, and the center has more than 20 gifted training classes with the flexible hours from 7 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. and suitable for all children in the fields of culture, arts, sports, and beauty art also. There is a hobby club and an outdoor playground area. Every Saturday, the center has another weekend playground with many sports and folk games, with the prizes for the children to exchange, to make friends, and spread their talents also. This summer, the center has the motto face to face, not face to phone, which means face to face, don't let your face to the phone screen, but let exercise, make friends, enjoy a vibrant and meaningful summer. And in June and July, the center has a military semester program for junior high school pupils Coming to this summer experience program, they have the opportunity to experience the military environment and also have the opportunity to train themselves to live more independently to become more mature. Today, I went to an organ class at the Province Children Learning Activities Center. I feel very happy and thought that I can practice perseverance. And in some activities that the center organized, I let my child participate in, such as contributing to exchange book, learning basketball, learning to draw, and then learning to dance, so that my child can watch less TV and watch less electricity of devices, taking but being in contact with the friends more, making the baby more comfortable and bolder. In addition to effectively using the times of summer days, the above activities also contribute to encouraging the movement of physical training and sports among young people to promote the implementation of the campaign on people exercise according to the Great Alcohol Istanbul.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's all for today TTV News. Thank you for watching and see you next time.